Okay, so now we will look at how to create an argumentative or persuasive essay in reality. The first thing you will see is that we have our essay in MLA format. As you can see here, we have our name, teacher, course, and date. We also have our header in the upper right corner. Notice that everything is double-spaced equally. Right here, we have our original title, The Dangers of Driving Young. The prompt for this persuasive or argumentative essay is, should the driving age be raised? We first start out the essay with an introduction paragraph. As you can see here, the introduction paragraph grabs the reader and really introduces the topic at hand. Then, the introduction paragraph ends with a thesis statement. The thesis statement here provides a clear stance of the writer. The thesis statement reads, in order to prevent accidents, the driving age should be raised because young teenagers are not prepared enough to make the best decisions behind the wheel. Here you see that the writer has chosen one particular topic, one part of the argument to focus on. The writer has stated an opinion and has provided a reason as to why he or she believes this opinion to be true. After you create your thesis, you are ready to move in to your body paragraphs. Here we have our first body paragraph. The topic sentence provides a clear reason, one perspective, as to why the writer feels the driving age should be raised. The topic sentence is, the minds of teenagers often make rash decisions without thinking of the consequences, and these dangerous consequences should not be allowed to happen on the road. So, we know that this body paragraph is going to talk about how teenagers do not think about consequences and why that should prevent them from driving at a young age. Here, we see that the writer provides development, one reason as to why the driving age should be raised. The human brain needs years to develop properly in order to gain proper decision-making skills. Remember that any time you introduce a claim, you must support it with evidence. Here, the writer fully supports the claim. Research reveals that the human brain does not fully develop until 20 to 28 years of age, depending on gender and other various factors. As you can see, the evidence fully supports the claim that the human brain needs years to develop. Also notice that the in-text citation is properly formatted with simply the quotation marks, open parentheses, author's last name, page number, close parenthesis, and period. Note that you want to cite all of your sources this way in an essay. After evidence is introduced in an essay, you must analyze the evidence and connect the evidence back to the topic sentence and the thesis. The writer here has talked about how the brain needs years to develop. Then, the writer has provided evidence. Now, the writer will analyze the evidence by saying, if the human brain does not develop fully at the age of 16, laws should increase the driving age to prevent young drivers from getting behind the wheel and making decisions that could cost other people their lives. Notice how this analysis connects the evidence and the development to both the topic sentence and the thesis, proving the writer's point that the driving age should be raised. In order to fully develop a body paragraph, you need at least 2 pieces of evidence that is developed. So, the writer continues and brings up another point about the brain not being developed fully. Then you will see that more evidence appears here to support the writer's claims, and again another analysis to connect all of the ideas in the paragraph to show support for the writer's opinion. Finally, the body paragraph ends with a conclusion sentence that wraps up the paragraph. Now, some body paragraphs might require the use of personal experiences because you might find yourself in a timed writing situation where you only have your personal experiences and examples that you have experienced as evidence. If this is the case, you will include your personal experiences in place of the evidence, and you don't need to worry about including an in-text citation. Many persuasive essays will have at least 2 body paragraphs. Then you will want to make sure to include an additional opposition paragraph. The opposition paragraph might look something like this: a topic sentence that introduces something about some people believe or opposing views claim. So here we have opposing views claim that raising the driving age would be a hindrance for working teenagers and families. Remember that the purpose of the opposition paragraph is to refute claims that other people might make against your opinion. So we are trying to think of things that people might say against raising the driving age. The writer has chosen to talk about how some people might not want to raise the driving age due to busy families. So what the writer does here continues to develop the idea about why raising the driving age would not actually affect busy families. The writer goes through how you can carpool and how public transportation is often available. Notice that throughout the paragraph, the writer continues to develop an idea, use evidence to support a claim, and analyze the evidence in order to relate all ideas. Again, the writer does this twice to show a full development of the paragraph. Once you have at least 2 body paragraphs and an opposition paragraph, around 3 main body paragraphs total as a minimum, you are ready to move into your conclusion paragraph. The conclusion paragraph should be a call to action and should give the readers an idea of the purpose of your opinion. The writer here creates a call to action that if the government would choose to raise the driving age, the amount of fatal traffic accidents would decrease, and basically claims that society as a whole would be better with an increased driving age. As you can see here, the structure of a persuasive essay is similar to many other essays. As you are writing your persuasive essay, make sure that you have a clear thesis statement, clear topic sentences that relate to your thesis statement, and make sure that each body paragraph contains development, evidence, and analysis at least twice to show a full developed paragraph.